Key political terms you should know living in the UK. Let's get into it. The first key word we will be looking at is hereditary peers. Hereditary peers are House of Lords members that have inherited their seats through birthright. Now, I know a lot of you will be taken aback by this, but the House of Lords Act of 1999 actually reduced the number of hereditary peers to 92 remaining. Hereditary peers will hold these seats for life or until they are expelled. However, they still hold responsibilities, such as sitting on committees and scrutinizing government policy. The concept of hereditary peers shows the lack of democratic legitimacy occurring within the House of Lords. Due to the hereditary peers not being elected, many members of the public regard it as elitist and unfair, which brings up the question on if Parliament is truly democratic. And the next word we'll be focusing on is referendum. A referendum is when a specific question is given to the public and allows them to vote on it, which is a great example of direct democracy, something not seen within the House of Lords for hereditary peers. And one of the biggest referendums that both you and me would know about is the 26th referendum on whether the UK should stay within the EU. The actual question that was posed to the public was, should the United Kingdom remain a member of the European Union or leave the European Union? Now, we all know how that went, but it's so important to remember that referendums do not occur on a common basis, which means that every referendum that comes along is very, very historic and is something that probably we'll be speaking about in years to come. However, it can be mentioned that referendums are viewed as quite tricky, as how a question can be simplified to a yes or no answer, which once again we saw within the EU referendum and we can see within the consequences of it. Now, this was just a quick video of some keywords that you should know living in the UK. I specifically chose these two words as it really shows a direct contrast on what we understand of what is direct democracy and what can be perceived as elitist and unfair. Remember to stay clued up about what's going on around the world, and remember, every day is political. See you next time.